Good morning, everybody. Hey, it's John King. It is Friday, the 23rd of May, and I'm coming to you with my weekly live update, talking about what's going on with the market. And we are settling into kind of coming to the backside of a slow spring market. So let's start with what's up with interest rates. They're continuing to be higher than what we were hoping for, better than what they'd been a year ago, trickling right around the high 6s to low 7% range. The good news is they're relatively stable. We're seeing minor movements from day to day. That's normal. Overall, they're not making huge wild swings like we saw in April. So that gives some stability. That gives some ability for people to plan. That's a good thing. But here's what we're really seeing. We're seeing that inventory is up and transaction count is down. Now, that is the opposite of the trend that we've been seeing for the last few years. And it's a sign that it's a huge buying opportunity right now for buyers. This is one of those moments in time when people will look back and say, you know what, I wish I had done something at that moment because it was a great buying opportunity. And you have to look at how home prices and values in the big picture over the long term. And you look at any 10-year period of owning a home, you've historically always seen house prices higher 10 years later than they were today. Even if you bought at the worst of the market in 2009, prices were higher in 2019, significantly higher than what they were in 2009. And it's an opportunity to rewind and say, you know what, if I could have bought in 2008 as the market was just crashing, should I have? Well, you might have gotten a cheaper home in 2009 or 10 or 11, but you would have missed out on the opportunity for all the growth that came after that. It's just like people who try and time the stock market. And you say, oh, I'm going to buy and I'm going to sell and I'm going to time it. And the truth is, if you just stick it out with the ups and the downs, you're going to make more money in the long run and you have a lot less stress. Owning a home in the long run is going to give you significant wealth building. And the key is finding an opportunity to get into the market. And now is that buying opportunity because we have motivated sellers. Now, I say this all the time recently, that just because I'm talking about a slow market does not mean every home will be sitting on the market. If you've got a good condition home in a good price, you're going to have a lot of demand. You're going to have a lot of buyers looking to buy that home. But there's a lot of homes that don't meet that criteria. There's a lot of unrealistic sellers that have set their price too high, or they set their price on what houses were selling for a few months ago, and the market has softened a little bit. And so you're in an opportunity where you can jump in and you can take advantage of the seller. That's a bad way to say it. Of the market. You can take advantage of the market because the seller has their house on the market because they want to get it sold. And you have an opportunity to come in when other buyers are sitting on the sidelines afraid to make a decision. And so your opportunity now is much, much greater than what it is typically, especially in the springtime season. A lot of home sellers thought, I'm going to wait until spring to sell my home and the market's going to look great. And it doesn't look so great right now. Now, here's the other really unique thing that I'm seeing, and I noticed it a lot over the last 2 weeks. The number of first-time home buyer programs that have funds available significantly increased. I'm going to share with you a couple of them that I'm super, super excited about. Now, these are geographically restricted programs, but there's programs like this all over the place. So I just went through the city of San Diego, the county of San Diego, Chula Vista. There's multiple in San Diego County. Let me say it that way. I'm going to focus on that one for a minute. San Diego County's program gives typically around 20% of your down payment, as long as you are considered low or moderate income. Now, this is in my opinion, an even better program than Dream for All. Yeah, a better program than Dream for All, because the key with this program is it's not shared appreciation. It's charging you interest, but you're not making any payments on it. And they will let you refinance and subordinate their loan so you can refinance, unlike CalHFA that says you can only refinance once with the Dream for All program. Now, there's like 5-6 different versions of this program. I'm certified in all of them. My point is that each individual program has a different set of rules. But a year ago, those programs were almost completely out of money. The demand was like, hey, we got money, wait, it's gone. Hey, we got money, wait, it's gone. And it created a situation where sellers didn't trust buyers that were buying with these programs because the money could disappear before you closed escrow. So that's problem number one. And the truth is, problem number two is you had so many buyers that still wanted to buy the homes that why did you take the person who was needing down payment assistance? Nobody did. And so if you are in the situation where I was waiting on Dream for All and I was waiting for my voucher, or I'm still waiting for my voucher, let's check out some local regional programs like the San Diego County programs in the cities within San Diego region. Another example, City of Los Angeles. City of Los Angeles is providing 20% or more for your down payment. Now, the City of Los Angeles programs are shared appreciation. They work just like the Dream for All program, but that doesn't make it worse than Dream for All. And you don't have a lottery. You don't have a lottery. Literally, if you meet the criteria of the program, you can get the money now. So if you're looking to buy in the City of Los Angeles, talk to me. There's lots of other programs like that. These are the most generous ones. There's other ones that might give you a smaller amount of down payment. Some of them have really, really tight income requirements, but they're more readily available. That's the shocking part for me that I realized over the last couple of weeks is I'm looking at these programs. They're now doing something they hadn't done in the last couple of years, which is they're having their underwriting team work on loans before they're in contract. Now, that's a critical distinction. It's called a TBD approval. Why does that matter? It's a critical distinction because when you are doing a down payment assistance loan like this, and the money is running out very, very quickly because there's so much demand, they won't touch a file unless it's in contract because they don't want to waste the time of their underwriting resources to work on files that aren't in contract on a home. The fact that they're accepting pre-approved reviews means they don't have enough people interested in using their money. They're trying to find ways to generate more activity. That is a flashing red and blue open sign. They are open for business. They are ready to give you money, and I'm ready to help you make it happen. So there's lots of programs like this. I'm compiling a list of different programs and putting it onto my website. So you'll see in the link down below, johnloanking.info. There's some information on some of the down payment assistance programs, and I'm going to be adding more and more over the coming days so that you can have your down payment assistance hub that will allow you to see all of the different programs and figure out which one is the right one for you. So huge opportunity right now when it comes to down payment assistance programs. Now, how to spot hidden deals. There's some amazing deals that are out there right now, and you've got to look at homes that haven't been on the market, haven't just come on the market. What your key is you're focusing on homes that have been on the market for at least 21 days that have not had a price reduction in the last 14. Now, it could have been on the market for 90 days, and the last price reduction happened 20 days ago. That's a perfect opportunity. But if it has been on the market for 90 days and the last price reduction happened 2 days ago, it's not a perfect opportunity. It's all about the psychology of the seller. When the seller first puts the home on the market, they believe that's probably even a low price and that they're going to get multiple offers to bid it up. That is what every seller believes, and the belief repeats itself every time they lower the price. So if a seller comes on the market at $500,000, they're positive it's going to sell for 500 or more. And then no offers, no offers, no offers. Finally, they say, you know what? Fine, I'm going to lower my price. I'm going to lower it to $475. But I'm positive at $475, we're going to create a bidding war. And I'm going to get somebody offering $480 or $485 or maybe even the $500 originally, because now we're going to get more eyeballs on it because the price is lower. And they reset that thought that now's the time. And then they wait another 2, 3, 4 weeks, and their listing agents beating them up and saying, hey, this house isn't selling. You got to figure out how to do something different to get this home sold. And so that seller now says, fine, I'll drop my price again. I'm going to drop the price to $465. But now I'm positive. I'm not going to look at any offers below that because that's a really low price. And I'm going to get price offers at that price or better. Every time the seller lowers the price, their expectation is reset that this is all it's going to take. I'm good. So you want to catch them before they've lowered the price. And when you look at your negotiation strategy, start first with finding a strategy to pay them the full asking price. Ask for your discount and a seller credit. It actually helps you, the buyer, better in most situations. You can use it to buy down your interest rate. Shoot, let's pretend you're already planning on paying your own closing costs. Fine, then you're going to pay your own closing costs by putting the money you were going to spend in closing costs towards a bigger down payment. You're accomplishing exactly the same thing, but you're getting some of the seller's money into the deal. But more importantly, you're giving them their full price. Sellers are emotional beings. Sellers are thinking to themselves, I want my price. And they're going to be able to tell their friends they got their price because you gave them an offer at the full price of what they were currently asking for. It's an emotional game of chess. You've got to use the cards, here I am mixing my metaphors. You've got to use the chess pieces the way that they're supposed to be used. You've got to play into the strengths and the weaknesses of the person that you're playing against. You're not trying to take advantage of them. You're trying to help them accomplish their goal of getting their home sold. But you're also trying to help accomplish your goal by getting the best deal on the home. And sometimes playing to the emotions of the other party by giving them what they want is critical in getting what you want. Give them full price, but ask for the credits as a seller credit towards closing costs. Use that for a temporary buy down. Lots of opportunities you can do with that. So when you're looking at negotiating, really it's all about figuring out what both sides want. Now, a big piece of this is someone who's looking to do both a sale and a purchase. I'm seeing more and more of my clients right now who own a home that are looking to either move out of state or move to a different community or a different side of town. And that is a great opportunity now. Just recognize it's a tougher market on the sales side. You have a lot more flexibility on the buy side. A lot of my clients are doing buy before you sell options. So they're buying a home right now and they're getting the negotiating power that they have and the strength of buying that home without having to move twice. And then once they get the new home and they're in that new home, then they list their old home for sale. I've got multiple strategies, including bridge loans. I've got options where we can have a loan that actually pays your mortgage payment for you on the house that you're moving out of. There's guaranteed purchases where I've got companies that will guarantee to buy your house at a low price, but they're guaranteeing the buy, which makes it, and they're covering the payment on that old house. So it makes it a risk-free situation, and it gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of comfort. And so when you're looking to negotiate, you've got to look at what do you want, what does the other side want, and how can I accomplish something that gives both people what they're looking for. Negotiation is not a zero-sum game. Negotiation in many people's eyes is, hey, if I want to win by $1, the other team has to lose by $1. That is not true. You can create win-win scenarios. You've got to look for opportunities to negotiate in ways that help make your offer look better. I had, for the first time, I think in my career, that I had an offer recently where the buyer offered a significant credit towards the seller's closing costs. The buyer, instead of raising the price on the home, the buyer agreed to pay the seller's commission for their real estate agent and their own commission for the buyer's real estate agent. That was a really amazing strategy because it saved the seller direct bottom line dollars, and it saves the buyer because the buyer now pays property taxes on a lower dollar amount. Nobody has to worry about an inflated appraised value being able to be justified by the appraiser. There is so much to that strategy that I was super impressed by. And that's what it comes to right now, is it comes to finding the needs of your negotiating party, the person that you're negotiating with, not against. You're not negotiating against somebody, you're negotiating with somebody, and figure out what are their most important needs and how can you make that fit to match your needs, and what creative ways do you have to make it happen. That comes from having a great real estate agent on your side, and it comes from having a great lender on your side. I hope that I'm right now interviewing for the job of being that great lender for you. And I want you to check out this QR code up here if you want to schedule an appointment with me, if you want to talk strategy with me, if you want to start the process with me, if you're looking to buy in the city of San Diego, anything in anywhere in San Diego County or in city of Los Angeles, and you're looking for an opportunity to get 20% down payment, give me a call because there is significant money within those communities, and the income limits in a lot of cases are very high compared to what you would expect. So huge opportunity there. Reach out to me if you have any questions about that or you want to look at those opportunities. Make sure to tune into my podcast every single Tuesday morning. I've got a podcast called From Profits to Properties. It is specifically focused on two groups: business owners who are looking to grow their business and grow their profitability, and then investors, people who are looking to buy investment properties, grow their investment portfolio. And I talk about both topics every single week. So thank you everybody for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them into chat and I'll get back to you later. Really appreciate you sharing. If you like this video, please like it, share it on whatever platform you're in, and I hope to see y'all soon. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.